Good morning and welcome to Reveille Networking Online. We are live on YouTube and Zoom. Uh, we meet every Friday morning at 7:30 a.m. sharp at Abundant Harvest Kitchen and Bistro here in the sunny Woodlands, Texas. If you're in the area, you're welcome to come join us any given Friday morning, and check us out. We are an A&M Spirit group. Not all of us are Aggies, but we're all Aggie sympathizers. I'm Bruce Keene, and I'm on the technology team. To my right, running Zoom and doing a masterful job at it is Mo Heinlein. Also doing a masterful job with the sound is our half-deaf sound man, David McGuffin. And on the roving camera is going to be Frank Fuss this morning. Actually, he's going to be doing both cameras. So sit back, relax. We will be blowing Reveille at 7:40 a.m. And our pinch hitter, Ray is going to be running the meeting since Adam is out. His son, if you hadn't heard, his son was in an accident and is having some going through some very, very slow recovery. Adam tells us he's probably not going to be here until about until May. Probably won't be back. So I think Ray is going to do a great job of holding down the fort while he's out, and we'll keep his seat warm for him. So online, I believe we have. Let's see here. We've got Matthew Bargsley, we've got Marilyn Sander, we've got Rich Marsh, and Nikki Hankins. So sit back, relax, enjoy the conversation, and we'll get things started here in about 5 minutes or so.
How about those Cougars?
Yeah, that surprised me when this morning I found out they were in the Final Four here. Do I need to suck it in more, Mo? Come on. All right.
Yeah, that's really good news.
According to ESPN's brackets poll, only 9% of the country picked Houston to win it all, the lowest of the Final Four.
Well, I heard the last bracket finally got broken too, so there's nobody that had a perfect bracket.
The men's one fell like in the third round. The women's lasted until what you just said. And I think on CBS, one of them lost because they didn't pick a champion.
We have both Steven Schumachers in the house today.
That's a dangerous combination.
Maybe it's a sign of the coming of the Lord, right?
It means something, Rich.
It's a sign.
It was take your son to networking group today. Hey, Sean.
Hi. Morning. Happy Friday.
The calm before the storm. Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
You know, I have never figured out this whole business with all the basketball stuff every March and April. And yet I went to Northwestern University, which has generally one of the better basketball teams, but never figured it out.
All you have to do is pick 63 games.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
or 32 that you actually know the matchup to begin with, and then the other 31 that you don't know.
Guys, we're going to go ahead and get started here. The group is
Getting militant, huh?
At 100%.
okay.
It's already down over a third in 30 minutes.
Oh, wow. So we're going to go ahead and kick it off and get it going.
Oh, man.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Let's go ahead and start off with the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Play ball.
All right. Roland just gave me some words of motivation. He said that this is going to be horrible today. So stay positive in a negative world. All right. I'm just kidding. All right. Good morning, everybody. So if you did not know, good morning, sir. You are at Reveille. Thank you so much for coming. Since y'all all know I'm usually lost when I do this, so they actually printed something out for me, but I can't read out loud. So I'm probably going to be more lost now, but that's okay. It starts off with a welcome. So we just completed that, and we're going to recognize all those that are here. So where's our leadership team? Bruce? Yeah, I could tell. Man. All right, so where's our technology team? Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be on time, guys. We were really off time last week. We had to do like a 5-second commercial. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Come on, guys. Give David some credit. Man, it was, yeah. It was 8 seconds. That's awesome. All right, where's our welcome team? Come on, guys. A little bit more excitement. Emulate Bruce over here. No? Okay, maybe next time. All right. Our breakfast team? There you go. All right. And lastly, our Zoomers. Where y'all at? Severe weather. Matt, thanks for the update, Matt. All right. So with that, we're going to go ahead and start off with our purpose. Who's doing our purpose?
Good morning, Reveille. My name's Jim Ball, and I'm going to try to do the purpose. We're here for 5 reasons. What's the first one? What? No. Business, raise your hand if you're a business owner. All right. Second, number 2 is corporate employees. Okay. Woo! Yay. And third purpose is those in transition looking for another job. Raise your hand. Okay. Welcome. We have one here I know of. And fourth one is group number 4. Where are they? That's the retirees, of course, the noisemakers. And then fifth purpose is to give back, whether it's giving back to each of these groups and business opportunities, breakfast, giving expertise, and time back to the community. And our vision statement is to positively impact business professionals in our community through the development of quality relationships, the passion of the 12th man, and the inspiration to get up early.
All right, who's doing the history?
Went to UT. And big moment. She just got accepted into the doctorate program at UT. No, she still hasn't learned. She keeps going back. All right. Our Reveille networking began in 2016. That's 9 years ago by our founder, Phil Wickelson. He lost his job and he lost his network. He started attending the Reveille Houston group, but he got tired of driving downtown. Who doesn't want to do that? Get on 45 every day. Reveille Networking Group North was born, and we have moved to different locations as we continue to grow, and we have reached nearly 2,000 people. Reveille is an outstanding opportunity for business-to-business networking, and a great number of personal friendships have been made here. And we are the only networking group that employs the use of the squeaky toy. I don't know who's next. Who's next?
Not according to my agenda. I thought so too, but switch it up. So, all right, where's our first timers? All right, 1. You mind coming up? 2. All right, you mind coming up 2? Yeah, that's next on my list. I didn't make the list.
Hey, I follow.
Yeah. All right, y'all, we're going to do a little introduction if you don't mind lining up here. Y'all look more scared than the usual person. All right, I think y'all are going to know the answers to this. What's your name?
My name is Tracy Harmeyer.
Robert Partlow.
I'm sorry, do you mind saying yours again?
Tracy Harmeyer.
Tracy, okay. All right, perfect. All right, where are you from, Tracy?
I am from Beaumont, Texas.
Welcome to the north side.
Thank you.
There's much less
ma'am.
refineries on this
I live
side.
in Magnolia.
Okay. It's pretty out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice whenever your backyard's not a refinery, right?
Amen.
All right. How long have you lived here?
I have lived in the Magnolia, Montgomery County for 25 years.
25 years.
Mm-hmm.
So you can say you're from here.
I'm from here.
Yeah, there you go.
This is my backyard.
I'm just kidding. How can we help you?
Well, I am with Action Coach of Piney Woods. We just launched a business coaching firm in Tomball, Texas. Come from a long line of Aggies. Whoop! And found out about the Reveille group actually from my former employer. I used to work for Meals on Wheels, Montgomery County, which you guys have been of service to and been a huge blessing for them. So when I decided to launch this firm, I said, man, I got to go check out this Reveille crew. So here I am. And I am looking for business owners who need help navigating their business. I consider myself kind of like a GPS, and a GPS requires 2 things. You need to know where you're starting and also where you're going. How many of you use GPS? All of us, right? But in order to know where you're going,
how you get there depends upon where you start. And so it's really important for you to assess and evaluate where your business is currently and where you want your business to go. And I'm the person that can help you get there.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I love it. So a GPS is required whenever you live in the Woodlands, even if you've lived here for a long time. Yeah. There's no, yeah. Can't be like, hey, turn right at the Taco Bell. There isn't, yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. I'm glad all y'all know what I'm talking about. So, all right, sir, let's go ahead and start with your name again.
Robert Partlow.
All right, Robert. Where are you from?
Grew up around Kuntz, Texas, just north of Beaumont.
What is it again?
Kuntz.
How many people live there?
Yeah. 2,000.
2,000.
And it hasn't grown since I left.
Yeah.
It's gotten smaller.
There's two, apparently there's one less. Yeah. So 1,999. So, all right. How long have you lived here?
We've been here for about 12 years.
12 years?
Yeah,
okay.
we were in Midland for about 7 years before that.
Yeah. It's prettier here.
It is. It has its advantages.
Yeah. Guess you don't have to run up any hills in Midland, right?
Not too many. No.
All right. How can we help you?
I'm currently in between jobs right now.
Okay.
Looking for the next step. I've been working for smaller oil and gas operators with a focus on more mature assets on production engineering on the upstream side, control engineer major.
Awesome. Perfect. How'd you hear about us?
I've had a few friends that have come in the past that they've told me about it.
Are you willing to tell us who those friends are?
Well, I met Roland just the other day.
2 days. Okay. He won't vouch for you, but
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I went to Between Jobs Ministry on Wednesday.
Okay, perfect.
And so I got connected with Roland, and he connected me with the Career Center A&M, or reminded me of that again. So
awesome.
Started looking into that.
Well, Roland's a good guy, so that's awesome.
I am an Aggie, class of 05.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much. Thank y'all both. Thanks for, allowing me to interview you. So, all right. Y'all mind taking a picture? All right. Hey, Donna, guess what's next on my list? Name tags. Who's doing our name tags? Here we go. It's going to be good. Hey, how's it going? Come on in. You in the right place? All right, perfect. Yeah, go ahead. This table's right here.
Howdy. It's story time. Okay, for our first timers, we're really glad that you're here with us this morning. And you may have noticed the different name tags being worn by people in the room this morning. We've got everything from the paper name tags that you write your name on and put on your clothes like you have, to these more permanent name tags that have different designs and numbers on them. Now, to understand the story behind the Reveille name tags, you've got to go way back in Aggie history. In fact, you have to go back over 100 years to January the 2nd, 1922, when Texas A&M was playing in a postseason football game against Center College in a game that was known back then as the Dixie Classic. Today, we know it as the Cotton Bowl. Well, back then, Center College was heavily favored to win against the Aggies. And indeed, it was a rough game for the Aggies. It was so rough that many of the starters had been sidelined with injuries, and all the A&M reserve players were already on the field taking their place, leaving no one left on the bench. Well, what that meant was that if one more A&M player got injured, there was nobody left to take their place. And according to the rules of the game back then, if a team couldn't man the 11 positions required on their side of the field, then they had to forfeit the game. So that's exactly the position that A&M found itself in during that game. Now, our coach at the time was a man by the name of Dana X Bible. What does the X stand for, Bruce? Xenophon, Dana Xenophon Bible. Well, Coach Bible knew that there was a student in the stands that was formerly on the football team, but he had left after the regular season ended to go play on the basketball team. So Coach Bible called up to that young man and he asked him to come down to put on the uniform of an injured player and then stand on the sidelines and be ready, willing, and able to go into the game if his team needed him. Well, that young man's name was E. King Gill. And E. King Gill did exactly that. He came down, he went under the bleachers, changed into the uniform of an injured player, and then stood on the sidelines, ready, willing, and able to go into the game if his team needed him. Well, as it turns out, E. King Gill never did have to go into the game that day. And in a major upset, Texas A&M defeated Center College 22-14. Now, the student body was so impressed with E. King Gill's willingness to support his team that it started the 12th man tradition at Texas A&M that still endures to this very day. If you've ever watched or been to an A&M football game and you look at the student section, you'll notice that the students stand the entire game, showing that they too are ready, willing, and able to support their team. In fact, if you're in Kyle Field and you look to the east side of the stadium, there in large letters between the second and third deck, it spells out home of the 12th man. And so now you know the story behind the 12th man tradition at Texas A&M. But you first timers might say, well, that's a great story, John, but what the heck does it have to do with the Reveille name tags? Well, don't get your knickers in a twist because I'm fixing to tell you. Now, to understand the tie between the Reveille name tags and the 12th man tradition at Texas A&M, now you have to go back over 8 years, almost 9 years now in Reveille history, back to when this organization was started by an outstanding young man by the name of Philip Wilkerson. Well, Phil decided that after you had attended Reveille 12 times, that you too were showing that you are ready, willing, and able to support this organization and its members. So after you've attended Reveille 12 times, you will be presented with your very own 12th man name tag, similar to this, but with the number 12 on it. And then we celebrate other attendance milestones at 25, 50, 75, 100, 150, 200, and 250. That's why you see the different numbers on the name tags. Now, I do believe there's probably a few people in here who have attended Reveille 300 times or more, but we haven't yet produced a name tag for that. I'm not sure why, but Donna says it's because most people in here can't count that high. Yeah. So, for the first timers, we encourage you to keep coming back and earn your 12th man name tag because this really is a great organization to be a part of.
All right, I don't know why y'all let me run this. Y'all should let John run this, right? Yeah, slap me down, guys. All right, Paul. Paul, it's your turn. Yeah, sorry. We're throwing you to the wolves here. Yeah, go right in front of the flag. Did they give you a forewarning? 10 seconds ago. Great job. All right. We're going to do a little introduction since it's your first time. Is that all right?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's tell us your name.
Paul Kinghorn.
All right. Perfect. All right. Where are you from?
That's a good question. Most recently, Iowa, but I consider myself an Ohioan at heart. So it was interesting listening to the Aggie story. You're going to hate me for this, but I'm a Buckeye through and through. So, oh, wait. Southeastern, but Columbus areas.
Is Iowa like a city in Texas or?
Yeah. Well, so interestingly enough, so obviously I made my very awkward entrance here. On the way here, I noticed that there was a large locomotive crossed one of the major thoroughfares over in Spring. I have no idea how often that happens. All I know is it was poor timing today. So the rerouting, getting over here, and on the way I was talking to my wife, who was driving to work in Iowa, and she was telling me how people that she works with won't drive over on the weekends because it's crazy busy. I said, within my visible light, sight line, as I was coming across underneath 45, there are more cars here, I guarantee, than on all the streets and highways in and around where we live. So if they won't drive on the weekends because it's too busy, then stay there. We don't need that kind of headache around here.
Yeah, it's crazy here. Yeah. Stopping for a train is like that's probably the best thing that could happen whenever traffic's much worse, I think. But anyways. Oh, I'm getting here. Gosh, guys. Man. Yeah. Y'all want John to run it? All right. What brought you here?
We got around to it finally, right? So I am a business coach, and I've done that throughout my entire career, in addition to being a business owner. And one of the things that it occurred to me long ago in my life is that other people do not need to have the same miserable experience of learning through the school of hard knocks that I did. So how I would have loved years ago to have somebody kind of guide me and direct me to avoid all the pitfalls. I tell people when asked who amongst us has made every mistake they could probably make when running a business, I've got to raise my hand. And I don't say that out of pride. That's a foolish statement to make. I say it because in reality, what that means is I had to learn the hard way. And if I could have avoided that, then obviously it would have been so much easier for me and my family. Previously, so why am I here from Iowa? I was previously up in Iowa working at the University of Northern Iowa doing business assistance for the community around the entire state of Iowa. I loved it. I loved what I was doing, loved working with the people. Not a huge fan. I apologize if any of you are from the public sector. It's different. It thinks different. It operates different. It doesn't hold the same accountability standards. And so I had an opportunity to acquire an Action Coach franchise in the area. And so along with my colleague, Tracy Harmeyer, we are bringing that back into the area. Now there's already a gentleman, Bob Keplinger, I don't see him here in this area, but so we're a little bit more to the west. We're in Tomball, Magnolia, up around towards Conroe. But excited to be here, loving the people. Let me just say this for what it's worth, and I hope this isn't offensive. I don't think it will be to this crowd, but since I've been here, I can't begin to tell you how many times I've heard our Father in Heaven's name invoked in conversation. And I'm not talking about, banging. I'm talking about it's part of who you are. It's part of what you are. I mean, just casual conversations. We even had a meeting a few weeks ago that opened with a prayer. And I'm thinking to myself, holy moly, how awesome is that to start and then have that value so ingrained in your culture that that becomes who you are. So we're excited. I'm super excited. Now, I will tell you one more story. This is kind of funny. I tell it to everybody, and I take away too much of your time. Sorry. So why I'm here specifically, we had a daughter that moved down here from Columbus. She's a neonatal nurse practitioner over at Memorial Hermann. Did I get that right? I always flip it back and forth. But anyway, so where she's at in Columbus, they had shut down the NICO unit. They consolidated. She was going to lose that job. She was offered a nursing job. She said, no, this is too much specialization going on in that for me to just take a nursing job. I'll lose that skill. So a recruiter came in and came to her and recruited her down here. And so she found a place in Spring. And we've come and visited her several times. We really like the area, like the fact that it doesn't get really cold. Although another interesting fact, just a few weeks ago, prior to when I came back most recently, back kind of mid-February, you actually had more snow here than we had where I was at up in Iowa. But be that as it may, a year and a half ago, she sat us down. She says to me and my wife, she says, "Hey, can I show you something with our granddaughter?" She breaks out a laptop and she proceeds to give us a PowerPoint presentation on why we should move down here. And it was everything from the family connection to the community to the, being close to, it was amazing. So we loved it. At the time, I thought it was hilarious. Here, it's oldest daughter, if you're wondering, where she is in the pecking order. But anyway, so then we said, well, maybe there is something to this. And the opportunity, the heavens parted, dominoes start falling into place. And so, sorry for taking so long, but that's the answer why I'm here.
Awesome. Well, we love it. Thank you all so much. Take a picture, and then we'll get next thing. All right. All right. Thank y'all so much. It's always fun to hear about our first timers. All right. So we're going to go ahead with our commercials. We got 15 seconds. David? 15, 20. All right. So no more than 20 seconds. As always, you'll get squeaked. You'll get silenced. So please, everyone's time. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with our Zoomers. So for our Zoomers, we have Matthew. Go ahead, buddy.
Matthew Bardsley, Aggie Meteorology grad, class of 2005. The severe weather tonight is coming in between midnight and noon tomorrow.
In case you didn't know who cheered for you, that was the roofer. All right. So next is Rich Marsh.
Good morning. I'm Rich Marsh, now working with BJM. If you're in transition, you need to be very, very careful. According to the FTC, job seekers lost over $750 million last year to job fraud, usually about $3,000. Job seekers are targeted because the typical job application has most of what a criminal needs to fully steal your identity. And it's easy for them to get you visit fake websites that will install malware. So be very careful. And if you know someone, tell them to be very careful.
Thank you so much for that. Nikki?
Howdy, Nikki Hankins, No Dumb Blonde Accounting. And I am on my way to A&M because my son's getting his ring today.
Awesome. All right, Miss Sander.
Hi, I'm Marilyn Sander with Pro Action Careers. I have a direct hire employment agency, so I'm looking for candidates, particularly in sales, business development, and engineering, any of those. And I'm looking for clients looking to hire or a relationship introduction to a vice president or manager of a business that is going to be growing.
Awesome.
Marilyn Sander, Pro Action Careers.
Thank you so much, Sean.
Sean Atchison with BGSF for all your finance, accounting, IT, and compliance needs. At BGSF, your future is our purpose. Have a great weekend. Reveille.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sean. All right, Edgar.
Good morning, Reveille. Edgar Almanza, Business Development Manager as SGR Redback at the Oil and Gas. Have an excellent weekend. Edgar Almanza.
I spoke at the Capitol yesterday about my book, The Cancer Deception. If you'd like to see me at a book signing tomorrow, it's from 2 to 6 at the Barnes & Noble here in the Woodlands. I'd love for you to join me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ross, owner of Minuteman Press in Conroe. I'm looking for people for companies that need spiral books. My name is Ross, Minuteman Press, where we design print, and promote you.
Good morning, Tracy Harmeyer with Action Coach. I'm your GPS for your business. Give me a call.
Morning, Reveille. My name's Beth Bordnero, and you want to go out smoking hot one more time? Come and visit me. Neptune Society.
Good morning, Reveille. My name is Jerry Martin. I'm an independent insurance adjuster, and a shout out to Ross, the only man that makes business cards and keeps forgetting his.
Good morning, Reveille. I'm Stephen Shoemaker with Redemption Roofing. I noticed the Deuce came in today. Stephen Shoemaker II. I'll tell you, if you are over 65 or you're self-employed and need help with the insurance marketplace, I had a gentleman that out of the blue came up and talked to me and said, Stephen was just a second choice, just a second look at the marketplace. And he said, he saved me so much money. I'll never go to anyone else again. It makes me very proud to know that that's the kind of man he's become.
Good morning, Reveille. Angela with Image 360 Signs and Graphics. Right now, we would love to talk to you if you need some vehicle graphics. We have a location to do that, which is amazing. And it's right by where our shop is. And so we'd love to talk to you, whether it's just magnets, full wrap, everything in between. Angela with Image 360, where a business with no sign is a sign of no business. Thank you.
Got two things to talk about today, so give me 40 seconds instead of 20 seconds. Okay, first thing is I'm still looking for work. I just moved back here, so marketing or advertising roles, managerial roles here in North Houston. I've done every industry you can imagine. I've worked in-house, I've worked in an agency, so come talk to me if you have anything that you know of. Second thing is, while I'm looking, I am helping a friend, an Aggie who lives in College Station. He does sales for QR Jets. They do charter flights, 5,000 airports around the world. So if you know of anybody.
Howdy. Tommy Hunter, class of 84. Just a little housekeeping thing. When we finish at the end of the day, we have to pick up and clean up. All right. It's kind of like Boy Scouts leave no prints behind. So we have a list on the door. If you want to stay behind and help, you don't need to track down somebody and ask them. There's a list. We get it done. The more people that stay to help, faster it goes. Thank you.
Howdy. Mary Wagers, class of 86. Wagers Health Insurance Services. I'm your local Medicare specialist. I can help anyone who's over 65 find out what their options are for their Medicare insurance. The insurance they'll have from age 65 till the end of their life, the time when they most need good health insurance coverage. See me for your options. Mary Wagers.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jennifer Applegate. I represent our family-owned company. It's called Impact Fleet. We're local off of Timberlock Place, and my mother is the owner. We've got a couple of Aggies, my brother and my sister-in-law. They're class of 05. Thank you so much, Jim Ball. He brought me a bag of eyeglasses, and my parents have used him for their vacation. If you have not used him, please use him.
Robert Partlow, in between jobs right now, looking for a production engineering job with an oil and gas company.
Howdy. Tony Bennett, EMBA class of 07, a consultant, business development, sales in the oil and gas industry. Gig 'em.
Morning, Reveille. My name is Ronald Lambert, class of 85 and EMBA class of 03. I'm a hardware IT program manager working a contract at HP through Insight Global.
Howdy. You know that a vulture concentrates on death and they find it. A butterfly concentrates on sweetness and they find it. So remember, what you focus on is what you're going to get. Remember my tagline, stay positive in a negative world, because there's a lot of that going on right now. Roland Hurst, your man in maroon, saying, gig 'em and have a great day.
Jeff Kirkhoff, IT Service Delivery Manager for Equinor.
Yeah. As much as I would like to claim the deuce, I don't think I can actually do that. But I'm going to forego my time and actually speak on behalf of my fiance, who is actually in transition. She's most recently a DON and a nurse manager at a psych facility, but loves the educational component. So if y'all know of anything, I would love to get some more information. Thanks.
Howdy, Donna Hunter, Fighting Texas Aggie Class of '86. Want to give a shout out to the members in this room that either sponsor the Aggie Club or contributed and sponsored the golf tournament. That'd be Jacobs Properties, Tommy Hunter, Cook Industries, Adam Cook, Repstar LLC, Tony Benage, Dream Vacations, Jim Ball, and Redemption Roofing, Stephen Schumacher.
Good morning, Reveille. My name's Jim Ball. I'm with Dream Vacations. We book cruises and vacations around the world. Right now, my agency has offered until, let's see, I think it's April 11th that we add to like a $200 up to a $200 onboard credit to any promotion a cruise line has. So now is a good time to book. And also, let's see here, what do you call a cold puppy? A chili dog.
Morning, Reveille. Mike Wells, happily retired, and I will let you know Trump is not taking away Medicare, Social Security, everything Democrats are lying about.
Howdy. John Miller, Class of '81, and happily retired.
Phil Powers, retired. Two things. Hey, I'm going to miss a couple of weeks because I'm going in for my 5th surgery in 15 months on Tuesday. But not life-threatening again. And also, do you know why the guy took 2 pair of pants golfing? In case you got a hole in one.
Good morning, Reveille. I'm glad to be back to see you guys. My name is Robert Young. My company is Old Glory Financial, and we are a financial planning and wealth management company. Great to see everyone.
And welcome, Robert. Howdy. John Stacy, business coach and advisor. I'm going to tell you that working with business owners is a fantastic time. They are really good with their products, their services, but they are sometimes challenged with understanding financials, organizational structure, and what they need to do to scale up their business. So if you want to change your business, if you want to change the trajectory, contact me, John Stacy. And with that, 2 things. The Montgomery County Fair is going on now if you want to do something fun. Barbecue cook-off is next weekend, which would obviously be a good time. And would everybody pray for Adam and his family for healing? Thank you.
Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. It is Michelle Whitaker, the mortgage loan officer that loves her job. I want to be your mortgage resource. If you know of anybody, maybe it's you, you're a homeowner and you have gotten yourself into a lot of credit card debt, high interest rate credit card debt. Please get with me. We could utilize your equity to get rid of that high credit card debt. One of my clients called me, $80,000 of credit card debt. Can you imagine? I was able to help him, and I'd love to be able to help y'all too. Have a great Friday, y'all.
All right. Paul Kinghorn with Action Coach. One of the things that I didn't elaborate. Let me just say this, and this is going to be odd coming from somebody who's trying to make contacts. We don't really care who you work with. We believe that you need to just start working. And there's wonderful people here. This event, there's wonderful people in the community. It requires you, however, to take action. So we'd love to talk to you if we can help. But if not us, then certainly find somebody, because there's people out there that care about you, care about your business, care about making sure that you have the kinds of successes that you are dreaming of. Thank you.
Excuse me, sorry. Good morning, everyone. My name is Allison Evans. I am class of 90 from Texas A&M. Whoop. And also I'm a licensed realtor with Keller Williams here in the Woodlands. So people that are looking to buy, sell, lease, I'm happy to help or talk to them. Got a couple listings coming up in the general area. They're both under 300,000. So if you know anyone looking, please send them my way. I'd be happy to tell them about them. One's going to be up later this month and the other one hopefully shortly after that. I think that's about it. If you all love to talk to y'all, if I haven't met you, please come up. Nice. Y'all have a great weekend. Bye.
Howdy. Frank Boy, class 78, have camera, will travel. I go around shooting people with cameras, preferably. But anyway, if you want to be shot, come talk to me. I do good. Bye.
Good morning, Reveille. I'm Bruce Keene, Southern Cross Communications Independent Office Telephone Systems Provider based right here in Montgomery County. I can provide you soup to nuts. I can help find you the right internet for your office. I can help you make sure your employees are communicating correctly with each other, and make sure that your customers have a good customer experience when they call your office. I'm Bruce Keene with Southern Cross Communications. Every business deserves phones that say, wow.
Good morning. It's Dinah Mo, and I help you stay healthier by building a strong immune system with fruits and veggies in capsules. It's called Juice Plus.
And I'm Mo Heinlein, and I am a representative of So Good, So God, Biblical Heart Healing and Delivering for Women.
So we're Dynamo.
For such a time as this.
Fruit for the body.
And fruit for the soul.
Good morning, Reveille. David McGuffin here with Space City Payments. I'm your local merchant services broker. We specialize in matching your business with the right technology at the most competitive rates. We're also your consumer financing specialist. So if you have an average ticket of $500 or more, we give your company the ability to offer financing to your customers. Again, David McGuffin, Space City Payments. You can be tapped, dipped, or swiped. I got a solution for you.
Frank Buss Life Coaching. I have another Power of Vision workshop where I help you ignite the awaken the dream within. It's coming up Tuesday, April 22nd. Typically, out of 10 people that show up, 8 don't do anything further than just attend. So I'd like for you to just show up and be one of the 8. I take my clients from Eeyore to Thor, from good to great, and from frustration to celebration.
Ray Rogers, run a financial advising practice for Edward Jones. Help my clients get to and stay in group number 4. All right, good job, everybody. Thank you so much. All right, who here has ever played Nintendo 64? You have? 1 guy, great. 2, okay. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, you remember 007? Yeah, you remember every time I see the mic in front of the camera, that's all I can think of is 007. That was like whenever I was a kid, so I apologize for those that are older than me. And for those that are younger than me, you won't get it either, so 1 person. All right. So we're going to do our prizes. Looks like there's some good ones. And Jennifer, you are first. So you can choose between Starbucks, Kroger's, Sonic, and Subway. Which would you like? Starbucks. Oh, and a mug. You got it right. Yes, you got it perfect. There you go. All right, Tracy, you're number 2. I mean, in the drawing. All right, number 3 is Robert. So it's Frank's card, and then it says C reverse. It's with him crossed out. So it really threw me for a loop there. All right, and then the winner of all, you win every time, Mike Wells. All right, if y'all don't mind coming on up, and while they are taking a picture, are there any announcements? All right, Donna. Anybody else? We have one online. All right, let's go ahead with the online one if you don't mind.
Good morning again. Next weekend, if you're looking for something to do with the kids or grandkids, Friends of Texas Wildlife is having their open house from 10 to 2 o'clock. I was going to drop off flyers, but I ran out of time. So I will bring them next week.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your Zoom etiquette by raising your hands. So nice. All right, Donna.
Got a little story for you, Aggies. Make plans and God laughs. We have had Aggie Muster on the books for a year. We've had our location nailed down, no problem, free venue, working out great. Got whiplash on my eyebrows this week, got canceled at our venue. So we actually found a new venue and secured it. If you are interested, coming up on April the 21st, Montgomery County Aggies will be hosting Aggie Muster for, 300-400 people at Lone Star Convention and Expo Center. We're working fast. We've got our catering line. We're ready to go. If you want to buy tickets, you can do that on mcaggies.org, or you can go to the Facebook page. We've got it out on all our social media. We'd love to have you there. Even if you're not an Aggie, this is a fantastic event. It's like a family reunion. We are going to be honoring the golf tournament folks that I was thanking. We made about $26,000 profit at the golf tournament. If you fold that in with the investments and with our donors, we're going to be giving away close to $80,000 in scholarships to high school seniors from Montgomery County. The money is made here, the money stays here, and it goes with kids, high school kids that need money to go to school. So if you want to come see all this stuff going down, it's April the 21st, always April the 21st, Monday night at Lone Star Convention and Expo Center. Again, you can buy your tickets online. It's a meal. It's a great evening. So come on out.
I just have a quick announcement. Workforce Solutions is sponsoring a job fair April 8th, which is this next Tuesday from 10 to 1 at the Montgomery County Central Library, I-45 in Conroe. So if you're looking for a job, this would be a good place to look.
This has to do with a little housekeeping note. With Adam being out, we could use a little help setting up on Friday mornings, making all the coffee, tea, that sort of stuff. Right now it's falling just on Mo for the most part. And Frank's helping too, but they also have to help, get set up with technology. So we could get a couple of volunteers to come in, 6:30 on a Friday, which is what time we usually get here. So Adam lies. We don't get here at 2:30. So, but yeah, we could definitely use some help. Thanks.
I'm pretty sure what Adam meant was 4:30 Pacific time. All right. Any other announcements? No? All right. Y'all have been at Reveille. Thank you so much for attending. Please come back next week. We hope to see Adam here soon, partially because we hope that his family is well and back, and partially for y'all, so y'all don't have to hear me again. So we'll hope to see y'all next week. Thank y'all so much for coming, and to the first timers, thank you so much for coming up and presenting. So see y'all next week.
And with that, that's a wrap.
Stay safe tomorrow morning.
Okay, be blessed, everybody.
Talk
Sounds
You
good.
guys too.
Have a
Well,
nice weekend. Garage.
Have a good weekend. Bye.
Y'all
Bye.
too. You have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Bye all.